This is the Mid-America Conference on ESPN. We swing you inside Schumann Stadium, longtime home of the Ball State Cardinals here in Muncie, Indiana. Great to have you along, everybody. Big one in the MAC today. Scott Loeffler's got his Bowling Green Falcons in to tangle with interim head coach Colin Johnson and the Ball State Cardinals. Great to see you, everybody. Delighted you're here. I'm Michael Regai. My partner is Gerard Cherry. You like tight ends? You like the type of work they do catching the football offensively? Gerard, you come to the right place today because in Harold Fannin Jr. of Bowling Green and Tanner Koziel of Ball State, listen, two of the best in the nation. That's the MAC in the nation.
That's right, Michael. And what impresses you about both these guys is the fact that they are NFL prospects. They are in a position where scouts will be here today. And if you are a fan of tight end play, what you're going to see on display is two guys who can simply put get it done in any position on the field when it comes to catching the rock, running the ball. But more importantly, like you just said, these guys are special athletes, and I look forward to seeing them play today.
Should be a lot of fun, no doubt about it. Ball State made a move at their head coaching position earlier this week. Mike New, 9 years on the job, was relieved of his duties. Colin Johnson, who's been on New's staff, gets the opportunity as the interim head coach.
Yes, with 2 games remaining, but when talking to Colin this week, what I found impressive, Michael, is that he seemed calm. He seemed to have a demeanor about him where the moment is not too big and that he's relaying the right message to his football team, and that is, guys, take advantage of the opportunity as it presents itself.
So Colin Johnson gets his first opportunity, one of 2 that he will have as Ball State finishes up next week by going into Athens, Ohio to tackle with the Ohio Bobcats. But for today, Gerard, again, anytime a coach gets relieved of his duties, there's a lot of emotion, and there are a lot of meaning to it for Colin Johnson in this opportunity against his Bowling Green football team that is looking to continue on toward possibly winning the MAC championship.
Yeah, certainly an opportunity to put your name in the hat if you have a win today. But obviously you're going against one of the premier teams in the MAC in Bowling Green.
Ball State going to get their hands on the football first, non-returnable into the end zone. So we will introduce you to Caden Samanza, the redshirt freshman quarterback who has done a terrific job. Samanza wears number 3. Colin Johnson told us this week he plays with unbelievable confidence, accepts coaching very, very well, and according to the interim head coach, this is a young man that you want running your football team.
No doubt about it. Whenever you hear last and first guy in, last guy out, you'll take that.
So Samanza to put it up on first down, and right away he gets Tanner Koziel involved. As Gerard and I just told you, you keep an eye on these tight ends today. Koziel for Ball State, Harold Fannin for Bowling Green. Exceptional players.
That's right. And right now, Koziel 1, Fannin 0. But obviously that'll change once Bowling Green takes the field on the offensive side of the ball.
Only got a yard, but again, Caden Samanza showing my 6'7", 240-pounder is going to get a lot of reps. That was batted down as Koziel looking to get open for quarterback Caden Samanza. And that was batted down. That looked like Gerard, and it was Big Ali Saad who got a hand on that. Or was it Dontrez Brown? One of the two.
And doing exactly what you're taught as a defensive lineman. If you're not getting penetration, play volleyball as opposed to continue to try to get that penetration and knock the ball down.
All right, this is 3rd and 9, and Ball State on the year hasn't been the best at converting third downs. Now Samanza's going to step up. Got real close, probably going to come up about a half-yard shy as he looked to extend the football, but it's going to be 4th down, and Colin Johnson in his really first decision, even though 4th and very short, going to put his punt team on the field.
Yeah, for Samanza, you would like for him to be more definitive with his decision-making on that, because had he taken off just a 1/10 of a second earlier, you're probably looking at him picking up a first down.
Well, Ball State will punt the football away. Brian Cooey, the graduate student, started his career at Maine for the Black Bears, is going to hit this from about the 25-yard line. Didn't get real well, but did get a real nice tail drag on it.
That's what we call
7-yard line.
Gratuitous bounce.
Yes. So Cooey hit that line drive shot that is downed at the 7-yard line. So let's bring out for the first time today Connor Bazelak, the 6'3", 225-pound senior. Started his career at Missouri and then had a stop here too in the state of Indiana and Bloomington with the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, certainly familiar with the landscape of Indiana, but at the same time, what's impressive about Connor is the fact, Michael, that he is just delivering the football not only to Harold Fannin Jr., but a multiple amount of receivers for this Bowling Green offensive passing attack.
See Bazelak's numbers on the year with the 13 touchdown passes, the 4 picks. They're going to run that football on that inside zone read, and that's Terrion Stewart. You're going to hear a lot about Stewart today. Compact Gerard, 5'9", about 225 pounds, and has really gelled behind this offensive line this year.
Certainly goes by the nickname Bully, and that's how he runs the football as a bully, because he likes to bruise you up, beat you up, but that's exactly how you need to tackle him, by game tackling him, because he's a hard carrier.
Did you ever play with any running back that said, hey, I want you to call me Bully? Bazelak is going to drop that off. He was able to connect with Jamal Johnson. Johnson seeing a lot, probably going to see a lot of snaps today. He's the backup. Last week got limited action, but this is going to bring up now the third down for Connor Bazelak and the Bowling Green offense.
And Jamal Johnson's that glue guy that you need to have on your football team. And right there, you showed his ability to catch out of the backfield, doing a bunch of different roles for this offense for Bowling Green.
Justin Pegues now will jump back in. Bazelak in route. Guess who? Look at the grab, too. That's Harold Fannin Jr., folks. Gerard, that football was behind him, and he just contorted his body to make this grab.
Yeah, we talk about catch radius, and right here, this is the difficult catch. He makes it look simple, and that's the sign of a great athlete, and that you can make the difficult look mundane.
84th reception of the year. He leads all tight ends all over the FBS with that 84th reception. There's other categories, too, that will let you in on. Bazelak's throw, that's an outstanding grab.
Yes, it is.
He threw that out in front of Raheem Smith. Smith makes that grab, just his 15th catch on the year, but Scott Loeffler intimated to us that he'd get more involved today.
Yeah, and I like his game, man. He's an undersized receiver, but he plays with a lot of heart and passion and is not afraid to take on contact as well.
Got 6, did that hook up from Bazelak to Smith. So 2nd down and 4 off play action. Bazelak, the deep out. Guess who? Harold Fannin made that grab. Bazelak throws a real pretty ball, folks. He can spin it in the vernacular. Did right there with Bazelak running free.
And lovely route distribution. And what I mean by that is you had multiple receivers on the left side of the football field at different levels, but all attacking that outside boundary area. And Bazelak ultimately found who? His main guy, Harold Fannin Jr., for the big pickup.
2nd catch for Fannin in this very first drive. Again, leads all tight ends, not only now with 85 receptions, but with yards after catch, too. Better than 500 of those. Now they're going to run that misdirection and go to Raheem Smith again. So Smith, Gerard,
yes,
lined up out of that receiver spot outside the numbers on the left side of the formation, misdirected him to the right side.
And that's a great way to keep a defense off balance. And we've seen Smith before in a Toledo matchup in which he was very effective with that exact same play.
So Connor Bazelak, this senior from Dayton, Ohio, has his Bowling Green offense on the move here. Motion from Malcolm Johnson. Play action. Johnson tried to wheel back inside to the numbers, got very close to that first down stick. Probably going to come up about a half-yard short. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Another pretty play design in that you're scheming Johnson open, in that you send Fannin off to the intermediate area of the route, passing tree with an out route, and then you have your other receiver going deep, and then you leave Johnson here for the short pickup. Great job again of route distribution and design.
Yeah, we've seen that really evolve during the course of the year with the senior QB Connor Bazelak for the very highly thought of Bowling Green Falcons in their offense. First down, move the sticks there. They went back to that inside run game, and the first down from Terrion Stewart.
And Michael, I'm convinced one of the reasons that it's so hard to tackle Stewart is because of his stature and size. You can easily lose him at the line of scrimmage, but once he gets those legs moving, it's hard enough to bring him down. But first you have to obviously locate him. And that's a really good job on his part of having initial contact but still find a way to get the first down.
Oh, indeed. Packs 225 pounds on that 5'8" frame. Bazelak off that play fake will deliver the football and put it on Malcolm Johnson. So Gerard really like that, right? You run that quick play fake and then fire out to wide receiver Johnson.
And you're probably saying to yourself, why go through all these different play fakes and these different directional moves? Well, the reason why you do these things is because it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. You never want a defense to be able to simply read and react. You want them to think, and the way in which Bowling Green goes about doing their business, it forces you as a defender to think.
And the co-offensive coordinators, Greg Nosal and Max Warner, said Johnson continues to run great routes. Running great with a football is that 225-pound bowling ball of a running back, Terrion Stewart. Stewart going to be about 2 yards shy of this first down.
Yeah,
Let's call it second and short.
Yeah, second and short, but what I really appreciate about that play, Michael, is the blocking on the outside by Johnson, Jamal Johnson, in that he did a tremendous job of sealing his blocker and giving Terrion Stewart an alley to run into to almost pick up a first down.
Jason Patterson is now the running back. Another big back, 225-pounder, offset to the right of Bazelak. Bazelak, that quick flip inside. Now, we did get a flag. That's a quick pass that was thrown to Jacob Harris. Harris, the redshirt freshman, big tight end at 250 pounds. I think it's going to go on Bowling Green.
Yes, it is. It appears to be holding.
Holding, number 65, offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
And a beautiful play design, unfortunately, wasted on a holding call. But again, folks, it just shows you how lethal this approach and attack is on the offensive side of the ball for Bowling Green, is that they come at you in multiple different ways in which it confuses the defense.
305-pound senior right guard Jake Burns flagged as the guilty offensive lineman. Interesting formation here. Bazelak will keep the football inside the 20. Very close, maybe about a half-yard shy of picking up that first down on that 2nd and 12. So they ran almost like a pyramid formation, Gerard, and Bazelak kept the football.
Yeah, 3 guys in the backfield. Imagine in your game plan, okay, we're going to see the option. We're going to see the misdirection. We're going to see Fannin Jr. That's a lot to think about for a defense. They've been very effective on this drive thus far.
And you always got to look, see where Fannin is going to line up. Bazelak's got the first down. That was third down and short, and he powered that behind Alex Padgett at center and Jake Burns, the right guard.
Yeah, and coming off of a bye, you're always concerned, will your team have that momentum? Will they have that energy? And right now what we're seeing from Bowling Green on the offensive side of the ball is that they are clicking, and they don't look like they've had more than a week off of offensive play in a collegiate game.
Yeah, that's a real strong point, partner. And you get that first drive, and you're on the road. And now you're a team that this one today, and then you got Miami to finish it out, and you're successful there. You're going to be a get in the MAC championship game.
Yes, you are, because the way in which they're playing right now, and I know it's early, but you have to be impressed with what you're seeing on the offensive side of the ball.
Timeout, Bowling Green. We'll be right back.
Tracks Big pizza for Black Friday.
That's like, what a deal.
I thought I'd get years after I'm
Only pay for.
When we're locked in and we're focused on doing the things that we're supposed to do, being great teammates, locked into our jobs, locked into our preparation, playing discipline, playing really hard, that's when we're good. But we've shown, particularly in the middle of the year, that when we're not, we're just okay. So we want to be great, and to be great, you got to be doing all those little things all during the week to give yourself a chance.
Up that for Scott Loeffler and Bowling Green. Go back to the ground game. This is Terrion Stewart. Tried to cut it back inside as Stewart got taken down. Keontae Newsom, senior linebacker, made the hit for Ball State. This is quite a beginning of a football game drive with, as Scott Loeffler just let us know as we talked to him this week. The focus has to be razor sharp right from the beginning.
And so far, so good on the offensive and defensive side of the ball for Bowling Green.
All right, 2nd and 7 now. Bazelak found Fannin. Fannin will go up top to shed a defender and get down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. I tell you, they're adding to the playbook, and they get Fannin so many opportunities from different spots lined up in the offensive scheme.
Yes, indeed, and the hurdle over would-be tacklers just shows you his athletic prowess, and that is extremely high. The man can catch, and he certainly can run the rock once it's in his hands.
1st and goal on this opening drive. Bazelak, corner of the end zone. Fannin made the grab. Touchdown, Bowling Green. 9th touchdown of the year. Folks, you're looking at a certain All-American performer who is going to be huge in the NFL, we do believe as well.
Certainly, and with that type of skill set on display, he will find himself playing on Sundays, Thursdays, and an occasional Monday night as well. But, Michael, what you love about the play is that he doesn't do the obvious push-off. He waits to the last second to catch the football. That's perfect timing on his part and a great connection between he and his quarterback, Fannin and Bazelak.
14th touchdown throw of the year for Connor Bazelak. Adding the PAT is Zach Long. That is a most impressive initial drive. Bazelak gunning to Harold Fannin to put the first 6 on the board for Bowling Green.
May not wait time. Here's the next Geico.
Only on the to sandwich and
This is biggest rivalry.
Harold Fannin always with a huge level of importance in a Bowling Green offense.
And showing that he can run the rock, but what he's really known for is the following, and that is making the difficult catch look extremely easy. With a nice celebration at the end as well.
Oh yeah, can do it a lot of different ways. And again, he leads every and all tight ends in college football in receptions, in yak, Gerard Cherry, yards after the catch, in first downs accumulated. So, I mean, I don't know. This young man is just a nightmare to have to try to plan a defense for.
Exactly. On that particular touchdown grab that he had, you have to understand that if they're isolating you, you might want to double team him and not leave one would-be defender to cover Harold Fannin Jr. He's that good.
Yeah, you almost have to, don't you?
Yes, you certainly do.
Zach Long with this line drive shot. That's unreturnable, a couple yards into the end zone. All right, so let's see what this second possession brings now for Caden Samanza and the Ball State offense. Samanza, I think it's, I'm sure this is a very erudite and intelligent young quarterback. Remember, he's just a redshirt freshman, but I'm sure he's saying, we got to put drives alive now and keep our defense off the football field in order to keep us in the football game.
That's right. You cannot afford to have a 3-and-out scenario take place.
Going to run the football, and that first carry got a couple of yards as the carry was was that Braden Sloan on that first down call? Yeah, it was Sloan who got the carry. He'll come off the football field now. Sloan, the leading ball carrier on this football team, came into today with 539 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. Had an ankle injury a few weeks ago. So trying to get back into this. Flags fly on the snap before Caden Samanza could initiate the play. And we'll see whom the movement is on what was a 2nd down and 9 snap for Ball State.
False start. Number 61, offense. 5-yard penalty remains, 2nd down. Officials timeout for an injured player on the offense.
That's Luke Dalton.
Greg Sujak, our game referee today. All right, we will get right back at it. Ball State looking at a 2nd and 14 when we.
Knights
Custom to $5.99.
But who are
The love of This is Formula 1. 12 Duke, number.
Every level I've ever been at, I've been looked at as a leader. I don't shy away from that. In high school football, I was a team captain. Certainly here at Ball State, I was one of our team captains. I was on the leadership council. I've had to lead at every step, everywhere I've been. And certainly when you're the offensive line coach, it's a big leadership position. You're coaching the largest unit on the field. So it's something I feel like I've always been prepared to do. It's not something that doesn't come natural. I think as long as you put your faith in doing the right thing, putting others first, and making sure that everybody's accounted for, you can go to sleep at night feeling like you did the right job.
Yeah, and that preparation is showing up with Colin Johnson, and he's got a couple days on the practice field with his football team this week. Gerard, and we talked at length with him about what that entailed, and we'll continue to share that for you as Samanza is connecting with his tight end Tanner Koziel.
And right now in the Koziel versus Fannin Jr. matchup, it's fair to say that Fannin is winning, but hey, Koziel still has some opportunity to get back into this race.
Tanner Koziel, pretty specifically, I mean, Jared Elliott, the tight ends coach, the offensive coordinator, says, we built the offense around him. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. That throw is on the money and hauled in by Cam Pickett. Pickett has big play potential, great juice, the coaches say, and he made that grab there on the out route for a 1st down.
Yeah, they call him a gas kid, meaning that he has afterburner capability, but that was a really nice timing route on his part, connected with his quarterback, Samanza.
So Samanza and the Ball State offense, they needed that. Moving the sticks, trailing 7-0 here. Stepping up in a lot of trouble. That football's on the ground. The Ball State offensive line didn't recognize immediately, but then finally the football was picked up after it got out of the hands of quarterback Caden Samanza.
Yeah, I'm having some interesting dialogue with some fans of Ball State and wondering why they're cheering. But hey, it is what it is. With that being said, though, Michael, what you appreciate is, one, they got the recovery of the football.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure that you're protecting that football. And it's good to see the Samanza's back on his feet.
2nd and long now with a pair of wide receivers for quarterback Caden Samanza. Going to go to the run game, Will Samanza. And that carry is T.J. Horton. Now, he's been eased into the game plans. With that in mind, Gerard, how about our keys to the game for both squads?
Well, for Ball State and Bowling Green, you want to do the following, and that is make sure that you're eliminating the big plays for Bowling Green, and you also have that balanced attack that we saw on the offensive side of the ball. And for the Cardinals, it's really simple. Play with poise and emotion. Nothing wrong with being excited on senior day today. Go out there and execute, but make sure that you stay within yourself, and you must protect the football.
Yeah, indeed. It's a big play here for Caden Samanza. 3rd and 12 here. Samanza with time, going to take a deep shot. And he overthrew Cam Pickett. Pickett was running in double coverage on that 3rd and 12, and Ball State, one of their offensive linemen, again has gone down. Is that John Mucciola? We'll wait and see till we can proper. Cincinnati Bearcat, 310-pounder, is going to anytime.
Their credit, they did. We saw that far on the offense. To the coach's point, and that being Coach Leffler, his team has done a good job of being focused and not looking ahead to next week.
And Gerard, if you're a head football coach, Scott Leffler, I mean, what can be better than that? I mean, these kids, they're 18 to 22 years old, but they know what's next. If you're Bowling Green, oh yeah, a battle with Miami, who's right now, you know, the top team in the Mid-American Conference, and yet you got a job to do and a game to win before you can start thinking about that.
Exactly, because this could be that trap game that we talk about all the time. But to the credit of Ball State, when you watch them, one of the things that you do notice is that they're in all the football games. They're just in a situation where it's coming down to one or two plays that are making a difference whether or not they're winning or losing. Very closely fought football games.
Luke Dalton being escorted off the football field, but for Ball State, looking at this 4th and 12, they have Brian Cooey, their punter, on the football field, and he is going to hit this as the Falcons' Justin Pegues is in that single return spot, and Pegues will watch that football take that left turn and kick out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
And we see Harold Fannin here line up as a wing. But what does he do? He catches the ball in the flat. It shows you he has the ability to break tackles and take it to the house. And then he's lined up as a fullback right here. Now, Michael, when you have a guy who's willing to put himself in harm's way like that, that tells you that he's a team player. And once again, we find him in a wing situation. And what is he going to do? Go out the flats, turn up the field, the wheel route, and next thing you know, he's running up the football field. Very impressive tight end in that he can play every position from an offensive skill player standpoint.
No, absolutely. Great job by our production team here for ESPN at Ball State, putting together the Harold Fannin looks for you. And yeah, as we told you to start the show today, Harold Fannin and Tanner Koziel, two of the very best in all the FBS, Gerard.
No doubt about it. It's going to be it'll be hard to figure out who's going to be the MAC first team tight end, that's for sure. That is for sure.
I feel good about saying if they don't lock up in the same amount of votes, then they're going to be 1 and 2, as Bazelak bounced that throw as he was looking to find his running back, Jason Patterson.
Yeah, one of the few times today that the offense did not connect, and you see that hesitation and hitch right there on the part of Bazelak. That's where you want to just deliver the ball and be definitive as a quarterback.
Yeah, solid pressure too by that rush linebacker Brandon Berger, who wears number 13 of Ball State. All right, this is 3rd down and 6. At line to make it the 40. Bazelak going to use the legs to get out of the pocket. That throw got over the head of Malcolm Johnson. Trying to jump that route for Ball State out of the secondary was Tylen Baldwin here, Gerard.
Yeah, Bazelak not too happy with his receivers on this series of plays. And right here, he does something that you should never really do as a quarterback. And what's that, Michael? Throw across your body. A lot of bad things generally occur when you go across your body and throw into the middle of the football field. And fortunately enough for Bazelak, it was uncatchable for his receiver as well as the DB on the coverage.
Yeah, that was D.D. Snyder in coverage for Ball State on that incomplete throw from Bazelak. So Bowling Green going to punt the football away. That's John Henderson. And he's going to get a good tail drag on that and going to come to rest at about the 12-yard line where Ball State will start their next possession. Been a big year, Gerard, for Tanner Koziel, the outstanding Ball State tight end.
That's right. We're all about giving credit where it's due. And for Koziol, he definitely deserves to be in the conversation as one of the premier tight ends in the country as well as the MAC. And right there, what do you see? Catch radius, the ability to make, once again, the difficult seem easy. Such a big target, such a high catch radius, and you look forward to seeing how he'll be employed as he moves, you have to imagine, to the National Football League following this season.
Had a real big performance in the tough loss at Buffalo last week. Koziol with 11 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown. Ground game.
There we go.
Strong blocks on that left side of the O-line, and Ball State got exactly what they wanted there from Braden Sloan. Now, they told us they would utilize all three backs in the run game today. Sloan trying to bounce back from that ankle injury from a couple of weeks ago. Good run there.
Yeah, he had some bounce and pep in his step on that run, and give credit to the offensive line because they gave him a gaping hole to run through, and that'll make interim head coach Colin Johnson and also offensive line coach extremely happy when you have that type of run blocking.
The strong first down run, yeah, Gerard by Braden Sloan will end quarter number one. Harold Fannin on display. Big touchdown catch from Connor Bazelak. 7-0 Bowling Green after one.
All right, Tina.
Their testimony.
But just okay. Pill that can rapidly leave skin.
Serious B or C.
Germany veterans.
And see how you play. If you're a sophomore, junior, and the next head coach that takes over this program, when he pops on the tape, what is he seeing from you? When you could say 2 games that didn't really matter, all right, how did you play? That's important, all right? Ultimately in college football, and certainly at all levels of football, certainly in the NFL, every rep of every game is important to your existence on the football field. So that's got to mean something. The way you represent yourself on the football field certainly means something. That should be motivation enough to go out there and play at the highest level.
So Colin Johnson and his thoughts to his football team and how he looks to represent as the interim head coach of the Ball State Cardinals. That first down throw.
Yeah, Michael, what I'm seeing on Simonza is that you don't have to get it all back.
Illegal formation, too many men in the backfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
It's our game referee today, Greg Sujak, the gentleman with the white hat. So there's a good look at Colin Johnson, that played his collegiate football right here as a Ball State Cardinal. Now with this opportunity as we start quarter number 2, down 7-0, and looking to put a drive together with quarterback Caden Simonza and this offense. They put 48 up in the loss at Buffalo last week. They'll go back to the ground game with Braden Sloan, but the interior of that Bowling Green defense, Joseph Sipp Jr., he wears number 3, Gerard, right there, one of the Mike linebackers.
Yeah, Joseph Sipp Jr. does an excellent job of shedding the would-be blocker and becoming the would-be tackler.
This linebacking core, Sipp Jr., Brock Horn, the Mike and the Will backer, and then the outside backers, Charles Rosser, who wears number 13, and Avi McGarry in this 3-4 defensive look for Bowling Green. Firing that throw and having it hauled in for a first down and more. Caden Simonza drilled that on the money as he hooked up with Daya Patel. Patel with just his 5th catch of the year.
Yeah, very timely catch, though, for Patel. And what you like about the play in particular, Michael, is that Patel does what? He gets beyond the sticks, sits down on the route, makes it an easy target for his quarterback, Simonza, and they pick up the first down.
Yeah, so here's one of the youngsters, the redshirt sophomore, 195-pounder, right here from the state of Indiana out of Lawrenceburg High School. So Patel with an important catch to keep the drive alive. Now trying to run the misdirection, and nothing there for Cam Pickett. as Pickett was absolutely swallowed up by Charles Rosser, young man from Benedictine High School in Cleveland.
Well, if you're going to run this end-around jet sweep play, first and foremost, you better block the outside linebacker or edge rusher, because if you don't do that, that play is going to be shut down like it was just done extremely well by Charles Rosser.
Let's see what Bowling Green does defensively against the run game. 163 per. Middle of the MAC. Pressure coming. Sack time. Oh, Samanza took a huge hit from Joseph Sipp Jr. 5th sack of the year for Sipp.
And the beauty of the play is that he delays, that being Sipp Jr., does a twist with his other linebacker and comes scot-free because, simply put, the offensive line did not diagnose the twist of the two linebackers on that blitz. Nice job right there on the part of the defensive coordination of Bowling Green.
Joe Sipp's dad played at South Florida in his college days, and it shows great instinct that the coaching staff saw as a freshman. Now how about Caden Samanza stepping up and drilling that throw to Keon Magwood. Speaking of drilling, Magwood took a shot a couple yards shy of the sticks.
And very impressive that he held on to the football, because right here, bam! He feels the full brunt of that hit. But to his credit, he holds on to the football. 4th and management situation now with that catch.
So we'll call it 3. That line to make is at the 45-yard line. And now Vaughn Pemberton, the big back, is offset with Samanza. He wants to put it up. Now got to use the legs to try to buy some time, and that throw was broken up. Defensively, out of the Bowling Green secondary, Tracy Revels. There's Revels, who wears number 12, got the pass breakup for Bowling Green.
And for Ball State, in those type of scenarios, I really want to isolate and make sure that Tanner Kozio is the primary receiver in those situations.
We'll elaborate that more when we come back. 7-0 Bowling Green.
Now during the important to the
Family.
Quarter number 2 going on here at Schumann Stadium at Ball State University. Bowling Green with a 7-0 lead. Michael Regai, my partner Gerard Cherry, producer Gene Winters, director John Staley, and all of our terrific ESPN crew. Gerard, there's the series history, all heavily in favor of Bowling Green. And last year, Bowling Green in a tight one won at Deutsch Perry Stadium.
Yeah, certainly a historical matchup that we have on display today. And for Ball State, celebrating 100 years of playing football.
So Bowling Green with the offense on the football field. Connor Bazelak in trouble, and down he goes. Sack time for Ball State. That looked like it was Riley Tolsma. It was Tolsma with his now 4.5 sacks on the year.
And to the credit of Bowling Green's offensive line, they have done a great job thus far protecting their quarterback. But on that play right there, Michael, it's fair to say they may have been lightweight arrogant in that they went all day trying to handle that play fake and then waiting for a late route to develop, and the defensive pressure finally got there.
Go behind the sticks now. Bowling Green 2nd and 17 for cornerback Connor Bazelak. A lot of time here, deep out.
Ooh.
Had a little bit too much air under it, and Malcolm Johnson, who was running that deep out, wasn't able to make the grab.
And this is where I want to see Bowling Green start to get back on track. You've had 2 negative plays, if you will, in that you had an open receiver right there in which you should make that connection. You routinely do with Bazelak and Johnson. So they need to start getting back on track, because they have not been the same since that opening drive from an execution standpoint.
Yeah, 3rd down at 17 now as you take a look at Malcolm Johnson, leading receiver on this football team. Let's see what Scott Loeffler and his offense come up with. Bazelak, play breaking down, just threw it away. Only receiver in the area was Finn Hogan, so Ball State gets that stop, and it'll get the defense off the football field.
And the key to stopping any quality quarterback, rudimentary quarterback or bad quarterback, is to get him off the spot. And that's exactly what Ball State did on that play. Putting Bazelak in a situation where he's out of the pocket with really no receiver in his view to throw it to. So nice job again on the part of Ball State's defense getting off the football field.
Young wide receiver, that's Nick Munson, who is back in the punt return spot for Ball State. Brian Cooey didn't hit it real well off the right side of his foot, but he got that real nice late tail drag again, and that punt is going to come to rest at the 10-yard line. 7-0 Bowling Green. Ball State's offense.
To make
Here.
More with Geico.
It was 7:45. We had a staff meeting, and Mike came in and broke the news to us and thanked us. It was emotional. And when he left the office, I immediately went to his office and I gave him a big hug, told him thank you. And shortly after that, I walked into my office and I noticed I had a text message from Jeff Mitchell asking me to give him a call. So I called him back, and he asked me if I would be willing to lead this team for the next 2 weeks. And, you know, it was this feeling of all the feelings that you get when faced with something new. Am I ready for this? Is this something I can do? Is this the right thing to do? And you know, luckily, quickly, the voice in my head said, "You're ready for this."
Colin Johnson describing to all of you how the timeline came down with him being named the interim head coach after the dismissal of Mike New. Braden Sloan with just a yard on that carry. So look, I mean, Gerard, this is a tough spot. It's a tough spot for him. It's a tough spot for the assistant coaches. They'd all been with Mike New for the last 6 years. And it does get emotional when you have a well-liked, much-respected head coach let go. Bowling Green defensively all over that Samanza throw to T.J. Horton. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Right, and there's no room for celebration. One, you lost a mentor, you lost a peer, you lost someone who's responsible for you being at Ball State and Colin Johnson and Mike New's relationship. But one of the things I do appreciate about Coach New is that he encouraged Colin and told him that he was the man for the job.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, listen, that's the kind of man Mike New is. As I said, I first met Mike New when he quarterbacked here for his beloved alma mater, the Ball State Cardinals. And no greater football man than I've had the pleasure to be associated with while calling games throughout the years here for ESPN than Mike New. So we wish him the greatest of luck. And you know, I have a sense that his coaching career is not over.
No doubt about it. And one of the things that you can see is on display right now is his impact on the offense, because that has not been the issue with Ball State as far as offensive production. But again, we wish him well and look forward to seeing where Mike New lands.
Yeah, Michael Dufine, we're just going to miss him here in the Mid-American Conference. His stint was a special one, leading his alma mater. Now back to the ground game. Hard running on the inside there from Vaughn Pemberton. He's the big back, Gerard, packs 245 pounds on that 5'11" frame and can shed tacklers.
Right, I was wondering when he was going to get involved in this running game, in this offensive attack. And you see right there, another hard guy to bring down because he runs with his pass forward and with conviction that, hey, I dare you to try to tackle me in that 242-pound frame.
Yeah, he's one of the best downhill runners that we have in the back. Showing you why there. Samanza to put it up. Seam route. That would have been phenomenal from Tanner Koziel, and he came that close with that big right hand to be able to pull that pass in.
And Tanner almost one-upped Harold Fannin Jr. if he didn't been able to come down with that grab. Sensational effort on his part, but couldn't quite bring it in. And he almost had it, but could not quite, again, bring it in. As you see it from another angle.
Yeah, the advancement that he has shown in his game this year has been absolutely phenomenal, and has started to block it much better as well. as trying to get a little space outside those numbers. Hauling in that throw was Keon Magwood, although got 3 yellow flags that came flying as Magwood got chased out of bounds. So we'll have to wait and see what Greg Sujak, the white hat game referee, has.
Impressive that Keon was able to get that many yards on the play in the first place, because there are certainly more defenders than there were blockers on that play.
Holding, number 82, offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
Daya Patel, the young man on that last drive who caught a first down throw, is the guilty party there. What do you think, Gerard?
Oh,
no,
that's
yes.
all day, every day. Anytime you see the pulling or tugging of the jersey, you will be called for holding.
And that is the plight that Daya Patel and Ball State has to deal with. 2nd and 20 now. Samanza going to check that down. That's incomplete. Off the hands of T.J. Horton. Going to bring up 3rd down and long now for Caden Samanza.
Really, the coaching point is take a little bit off of it, but you still need to catch that football if you are T.J. Horton. They want to get T.J. involved because T.J. is another guy who they call a gas guy, and then he has that extra gear. But right there, he wasn't unable to bring down the catch. But for Samanza, again, take a little bit off of that pass, and maybe you still have your running back picking up a positive play for you.
Yes, Samanza's quarterback coach here, the former Ball State Cardinal QB. Coach Kevin Lynch has done an amazing job with him, as that throw is hauled in with a pirouette spin. But that was 3rd down and 20. Going to come up well short of the first down. As that hit came from Joseph Sipp again, the active Bowling Green linebacker.
Yeah, and Sipp was able to at least slow Pemberton down, and that's another guy, again, who we say you have to bring your full body and mean intentions to get him to the ground.
Yeah, I mentioned Kevin Lynch, the quarterback coach, a moment ago. Storied Ball State Cardinal career here for Kevin Lynch, and now getting a lot of the accolades for the job he's done with young Caden Samanza. Pegues will fair catch that for Bowling Green. 7-0 Falcons. They've got the football again here mid-segment.
Number 30. The saying good. Built for every plan versus
Las Vegas.
I mean, it's fascinating when you look at these scores and who they played. I mean, some of these ball clubs that are on here that they played and played close is a compliment to them. And I know it's senior day down there. The kids will play really hard, and we've got to match their intensity, and we got to keep doing what we're supposed to do, is take care of the ball and win the explosion battles.
Yeah, 3 3-point losses, a 6-point loss, an 8-point loss. That's been the Ball State fate this year. Strong carry getting to the perimeter there for Bowling Green's Terrion Stewart. However, flags thrown from behind the play, which usually means holding offense.
It certainly does. And you wonder, how is he so able to get to that boundary, that being Terrion Stewart? He's more likely to call.
Number 55, offense. The 10-yard penalty will be enforcing the spot of the foul. Remains first down.
Tunde Fatukasi, the 325-pound left tackle up there, number 55. Gerard right there.
That's
what do you think?
Everything.
Too much cloth in his hand?
Yes, Brandon Berger said he's trying to eat me for lunch because, hey, man, he can't hold me like that.
So it's going to move the football back to the 12-yard line. Now run this jet sweep. Oh, that's a terrific defensive play. As Bowling Green tried to run that jet sweep, and it absolutely got eaten up. Hey, how about the ability to get off a block, Gerard Cherry, for Joey Stemler and then make a hit?
That's what we call coaching tape right there. Here's how you engage the blocker, make sure that you still have the ability to force, but ultimately make the tackle as well. That is an excellent play on the part of Joey Stemler.
Negative yardage going to bring up 2nd and 20. Bazelak, all kinds of time. He's going to throw that deep out. He put it on Malcolm Johnson. Johnson's going to come up maybe about a half yard shy of that first down. Got 19. They needed 20. Bazelak throws that out route, Gerard. That's an NFL throw, throwing that out from one hash to the opposite sideline.
Exactly, and that is what we call the NFL route. Because if you can hit the receiver on the other side of the hash and make it look easy, which he did, that lets me know that you have a pro caliber arm strength.
Connor Bazelak, good size, 6'4", 225. Played here in the state of Indiana as an Indiana Hoosier. His stop before Bowling Green. Gonna go to that delay run. Did the football come out? Terrion Stewart might have put it on the ground. Ball State said, we not only put it on the ground, it should be our football. Now, no signal from referee Greg Sujak yet. So it hasn't been officially designated Ball State football. There's the man that'll tell us, Greg Sujak.
Ruling on the field is of a fumble, recovered by the defense. 1st and 10, Ball State.
Terrion Stewart was campaigning that his knee was down, but the official, Sujak and company, said, not the case, my friend. And right there is exactly what you needed for Ball State. As you see from this spot right here, you have would-be tacklers surrounding him, and Will Yates, one of those freshman cornerbacks, is in on the play. And that's a huge stop and a great job of just being a heads-up football player and getting that strip. Fortunately,
they list Yates, and you and I were talking about it. They list Yates at 158 pounds.
Which really means 150?
Probably. At 18 years old, a true freshman. Strong position now, and it just blew up on Ball State. They tried to go to the gadget play, and they got picked off by that Bowling Green secondary, Jordan Oladokin. Well, you ask a running back to throw the football there, trying to bring a gadget play out, and it absolutely backfired on Ball State. Cam Pickett making that throw.
And one of the things that you're taught as a defensive player is that whenever there's a turnover on downs, look for a shot play. And Cam, you have no business throwing this football. One, you're moving, you don't set your feet. But then can I really be mad at Cam because he plays what? Wide receiver. He's not a quarterback, so I shouldn't really be critiquing his mechanics. But you have no business throwing this football. But give credit to Oladokin, coming down with this pick.
So the Bowling Green Falcons, who've come up with yet another turnover, that one at a very opportune time. They immediately, the Falcons, go to Harold Fannin. That is Fannon's 4th catch of the afternoon.
Forced out of bounds by D.D. Snyder.
And Bowling Green now with plenty of time left in the football in midfield, trying to add points here, Gerard, late second quarter.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get back to that running game, Michael.
Terrion Stewart had a little bit of a curve. Let's check that. That was Jason Patterson who had the call. Patterson, they've run 2 back a few snaps today with both Patterson and Stewart together. It was Patterson there in the solo back look for Bowling Green.
Now Bowling Green coming in with the heavy packaging that you have 3 tight ends in the game. And 1 running back and 1 receiver.
So that big formation now. Jacob Harris, one of the tight ends, backup tight ends. Elijah Boyd on the football field on 3rd and 1. Bazelak will keep the football first down as he dives inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Move the sticks, Bowling Green.
And this is the beauty of having Harold Fannin, because what do you have to do as a defender? You have to assume that he's going to get the football and not Bazelak, so what does that do? That opens up space for Bazelak to operate to pick up that first down.
And a lot of times, Gerard, right? I mean, as a defender, whether you're linebacker, you're standing there stationary, looking, right?
Right.
To try to find a football.
Yeah, and they do a great job of ball fakes. That's so key and critical.
Bazelak will put his throw right on running back Justin Pegues for the first down.
And the reason why I make that point is that Tom Brady is one of the best in the business to do it. And where did he learn some of those skill sets from? Leffler. In that he was one of his coaches throughout the process of his tenure, and he's carrying that over to this very day. That ball fake is so important, critical, because it causes the defense's job to be even harder in trying to figure out and decipher where is the football at in the first place.
Absolutely. So that first down throw wound up getting 6 for Bowling Green, and not a lot of flags flying.
Ball start. Number 75, offense. 5-yard penalty remains, second down.
That's Nate Pabst, the left guard, the junior. Played his high school football in Cincinnati at Moeller High School.
Yeah, it's a program.
Scott Leffler trying to run this 4-game win streak into 5 now. And go to that misdirection, strong move, Terrion Stewart. He's got a first down inside, right at the 30-yard line on that Stewart carry.
And you really appreciate how Terrion utilizes his blockers, but once the blockers have all been used up, you also appreciate the fact that he does a great job of breaking tackles and not going down with the first person who hits him.
That Ball State hit out of that secondary on Terrion Stewart. Now we're at the 2-minute timeout now, so Bowling Green on the move, leading 7-0 when we get back.
Of West. Imagine one.
I have really
CV. And the J.
Bowling Green on top of Ball State Cardinals, trying to come up with a stop here as Bowling Green looks to win their 5th in a row. Next week, action for you. Toledo and Akron on Tuesday night. You'll see the ESPN family and networks full involved. Kent State at Buffalo, and then a couple of games Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and the pair on Saturday as well. All of them on the ESPN family of networks. Bazelak off the play fake. Now he'll check that down and hit his throw to running back Jason Patterson. And Patterson will get pushed out of bounds at about, see where they spot that. Looking like at about the 25-yard line, so we'll call it 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that's a positive play on first down, but what I appreciate is that he went Bazelak through all his progressions and came to his outlet and was still able to pick up 4 to 5 yards.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta like when that first down play will get you a 4+. Now Bazelak decided to keep the football, and coming up to make that stop for Ball State is Joey Stebler. There's Joey. Redshirt junior, Elder High in Cincinnati. A lot of Cincinnati high school products on this Ball State roster.
30 seconds in length.
And I've seen several plays from Stemler today. It's very encouraging on his part. Shedding a block for a tackle for a loss, and right there saying, okay, Bazelak, I'm an excellent open field tackler. You sure you want to make that decision? Since you got nothing on the game.
Yeah, on this 3rd down and 5. Scott Leffler and his Bowling Green offense going to talk about this.
It's an easy decision for me. Throw the ball to the guy that has a 0 on his chest.
Doesn't matter where you line them up. Pick a spot in your scheme, right?
Exactly.
And then get him the football. So right now, there's Harold Fannin. Right now, he is going to come out at the numbers. As we said, you all over the formations, at the numbers, and now in motion. 3rd and 5. Bazelak. He wanted Fannin, and Fannin was running free, but defensively, Ball State's outstanding linebacker, Brandon Berger, had another idea. If Berger doesn't bat that football down, look at what Fannin's got.
Oh. Nothing but real estate in front of him, and more likely scoring another touchdown for the day. But Berger, again, doing a great coaching point, which is if you're stymied at the line of scrimmage, become a fence, become a wall, if you will, and block the pass since you're stationary.
It's going to be a 43-yard field goal attempt for the junior from Tampa, Florida, Zach Long. Oh, he's got plenty of leg. Does he have the accuracy? Yeah, he does. That'd have been good from 60.
Yes, it would have.
From Zach Long, as he just hit a howitzer there. It'll put 3 more on the board as Bowling Green ups their lead to 10-0 over Ball State.
Yes, he deserves that credit because it's not the windiest of days, but certainly some weather involved in that kick, and he made that, Michael, look extremely easy. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Good from 50-plus easily, and possibly 60.
Yeah, well, he's got a big leg, and he's now 9 of 12 on the year. He's hit a pair from 50-plus during this 2024 season. So now it is, turned into a 2-possession lead for Bowling Green here late in the opening quarter. And boy, if you're Ball State, you really would love. You got 1:36 left. You got a couple of timeouts, but boy, Gerard, you're really looking for Caden Samanza and the Ball State offense to be productive. Yeah, I want to say it's an absolute necessity to put points on the board before the half, but it would sure help out in a strong manner to do so.
Yes, talk about momentum, and it would be nice to have some going into half with some type of points on the scoreboard for Ball State.
Now this line drive shot, and on the run up from the 8-yard line. Solid return for the Ball State Cardinals. It was on that turn. Was that Malcolm Gilly? Yeah, Gilly on the return. So Gilly very physical at about 205 pounds. And so Ball State will start from the 31-yard line. Gerard, they got 90 seconds left, and they've got a pair of timeouts to work with.
Yeah, I say nickel and dime them. You don't have to get it all in one shot. And you have timeouts to work with. And if you're Bowling Green, the coaching point is do not let anyone in secondary get behind you.
So Caden Samanza out of the eye with a running back. He will drill that quick out. And Samanza delivers a strike as he hooks up with Malcolm Gilly. So Gilly returns the kickoff, and now on that first down grab, got 3, so we'll call it 2nd and 7. Clock now at 1:08. That was batted down as quarterback Samanza wanted to check that down on that middle screen to Brayton Sloan.
And we've seen this by both defensive fronts in that if these guys are stationary, they're just going to play volleyball and bat the ball down. So as a quarterback, get off your spot, move around, don't stay stationary. That's the way in which you can prevent the pass from being batted.
How about a big nose tackle, Anthony Hawkins, 295-pounder. Had that pass break up there.
Showed the vertical.
Did he? 3rd and 7. Samanza got to step up. Sidearm that throw. Got a first down. Good job by quarterback Caden Samanza as he found Cam Pickett. But I like the way Girardi changed the arm angle. Drop down.
And the spot at which he threw the football.
Clock running, and Samanza there had his throw deflected again. As Caden Samanza trying to, got plenty of time.
Yeah, Anthony Hawkins wearing number 5, and it says 6'2", 295 pounds. I'm still having a hard time getting accustomed to big guys with these single-digit numbers, Michael.
I hear you. No, I hear you. And I think the 295 might have been before breakfast today.
I was going to say it, but you beat me to it.
Okay, yeah. Caden's been, more of a 300-pounder. Samanza now using his legs to buy time, but that throw was a little bit too tall as he was looking for Keon Magwood.
Yeah, and as Bowling Green continues to get more pressure on Samanza, wouldn't be surprised if they start utilizing a rollout or sprint package just to give Samanza more receivers in the area which he wants to throw to, and just more time because it is of essence for him to have time to throw the football.
Yeah, big Anthony Hawkins. There you see Anthony wears that number 5. Jordan Porter. Porter, a 280-pounder, wears number 33 also in that pass rush group, as is Dontez Brown. Samanza again keeps the play alive. Sidearm throw. That is hauled in. Vaughn Pemberton inside the 5. Touchdown, Ball State. Hey, how about the ad-lib from Caden Samanza finding Vaughn Pemberton for the quick 6.
Yeah, Caden Samanza says, yes, I was off schedule with the play, but I made it into something out of nothing as he finds his running back in the flat. And this should be a tackle with Sip Jr. on the coverage. But to his credit, Pemberton says, you know what? I have the ability to take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
That's just his 6th catch of the year for the 245-pound running back Vaughn Pemberton, the power back. Yeah, he powered his way out of the backfield and said, throw me the football.
Exactly, and I promise you, that play was not designed to go 40-plus yards.
You are so right about that. Brian Cooey off that hold, that PAT from Jackson Corville, and hey, all of a sudden, Ball State responds by putting 7 on the board.
Yeah, we said that they needed to have some type of momentum shift for them, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and that will certainly do it. Now, not to be too of a critique of the situation at hand, that was obviously a broken play.
Yeah.
They're going to have to get more offensive ball, but you'll take it for what it's worth. If there's an opportunity, make a play as it presents itself, and that's exactly what Samanza and Pemberton did on this play. But we need to see more of these type of big plays, and chunk plays will certainly get the job done. So right there, good job of answering the bell. And now let's see what Bowling Green can do with some 34 seconds left remaining in this half.
Yeah, you know, Samanza threw 4 touchdown throws in that real tough loss at Buffalo last time out. Yeah, got beat 51-48. And what turned out to be the final game that Mike New served as the head coach. Samanza played very, very well. And that is his 21st touchdown throw overall on the year. And again, just love the way he ad-libbed on that.
Right. And in that game, Bowick, who we're not seeing today, was a pivotal part in that for the attack for Ball State, but he's not utilizing his services today.
No, he's out of the football game. That fair catch for Bowling Green from one of the special teamers. That is one of the backup tight ends, Ian Drummond, the 250-pound senior who plays special teams most exclusively. So that's a big drive that that man, the interim head coach, Colin Johnson, got out of his quarterback, Caden Samanza. Vaughn Pemberton in the offense, and they're right back in it, down by just 3 at 10-7.
Certainly, and for this inexperienced secondary, and at this point later stages of the season, it's hard to call them inexperienced, but there's a lot of youth on the football field on the defensive side of the ball for Ball State. Stay back. No need to be up close. Do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't go for the candy. Stay back.
Well, and Gerard, I'm very anticipatory of looking at how Ball State plays this defensively in their secondary.
There was a fair catch signal on the play. However, the player who made the signal did not, or the players who made the signal did not catch the ball. The ball was caught by someone who did not signal. As a result, the ball is dead at the spot of the catch, 1st and 10.
Now, Gerard, I got to say, partner, that's the first time we have run into that particular element to a kickoff this year.
Right, and it's all about being sharp. And you have players signal for the fair catch. I think it's going to be a pop-up situation, but if you're going to signal for that fair catch, best believe that you need to be the one catching it. And right here's the problem. You have no business catching that football over your receiver in Rakeem Smith. It's his job to catch the ball and field the football. So right there, missed opportunity.
Well, Caleb Goodlow, along with Ian Drummond, both signaled for the fair catch. Taking a knee is Bowling Green quarterback Connor Bazelak, and that will end the first half of play. Good one going on here. Oh, that late touchdown throw from Caden Samanza to Vaughn Pemberton got Ball State right back in it.
That's right, and momentum is certainly on their side as both these teams head into the locker room. And for Bowling Green, start off on fire, cool down a bit on the offensive side of the ball. And as you saw with that last drive for Ball State, they're starting to pick things up on the offensive side.
10-7 at the break. Bowling Green on top of Ball State. We'll start our halftime roll with you out of Schubert Stadium in Muncie, Indiana, as Vaughn Pemberton went to the house for Ball State.
Coach,
1,000+.
Together from an execution standpoint.
the tickets?
If they win here today, would be a mild upset, maybe even more than a mild upset against this Bowling Green team that's been playing terrific over the course of this last 5 weeks with this win streak on the line.
I would definitely put more sauce on it, if you will, Michael, and say it'd be a big upset. You're dealing with a situation with Ball State in which you have an interim head coach in Colin Johnson, and if he could muster a win in the absence of Mike New no longer being the head coach here, that would be a huge, in my opinion, upset, because one would think the way Bowling Green has been playing and how they've defeated very quality teams throughout the course of this season, that you would say that you like their chances in the second half. But let's see what Ball State brings to the table.
Partner, you sold me. We'll go with huge. How's that? I'll go with you. I always like to ride with my astute color analyst partner from the 10-yard line. Pegues on this Bowling Green return, and he'll push that pile up near the 30, and that's where Bowling Green will start for the offense for head coach Scott Loeffler with Connor Bazelak. Bazelak, who in that first half, Gerard Cherry, went 11 of 16 for 101 yards with that TD throw to Harold Fannin Jr. In that first half resume of his.
Yeah, it's fair to say that those passes were caught in that opening drive and was pretty pedestrian after that, but look for Connor to get back on track.
Ground game, and that means Terrion Stewart, this tough running Stewart, the junior out of Memphis, Tennessee, who played his high school football in Sandusky, Ohio. Got 3, we'll call it 2nd and 7.
And Terrion is said one of those runners in which is so hard to bring him down because he just runs with so much power and conviction, and he's undersized, so it's hard to spot him at the line of scrimmage.
It's a good look at Scott Loeffler. They're going to go 3 wide receivers here. That jet sweep motion off that misdirection. Well, how about that stick that Jamal Johnson? We see Johnson with a couple of carries in that first half, and he lowered the pads there, Gerard Cherry.
And unfortunately, a guy who we like a lot in George Udo got the brunt of that hit as Jamal Johnson said, "Get off me," as he keeps running down the football field. And yes, Udo will feel that in the morning.
200-pound senior out of the state of Illinois. There's a good look at Jamal Johnson. So quarterback Connor Bazelak looking to add with his Bowling Green offense to the lead, but that's going to cost him 5 on that false start.
I'm certain that Coach Loeffler is saying, we have to clean this stuff up, guys. We cannot play like this.
Well, he told us that this week.
Yeah, pre-snap penalties won't get the job done.
Number 0, offense. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
Well, and then they got Harold Fannin on that one. Now, you know, you don't see Fannin make those type of miscues often, but he was identified as a guilty party. Fannin in that first half with 5 receptions for 52 yards, of course, in the 23-yard TD throw from Connor Bazelak, who wants to put it up. Well, that throw was well behind his intended receiver, Levi Gazarek, who backs up Fannin at that tight end spot.
Yeah, and you had Fannin wide open in the flat. I understand you want to distribute the ball and get other guys involved, and that's very understanding of you, but if you have your premier tight end wide open in the flat, go to him. Don't make it difficult.
So 2nd and 15 now for Connor Bazelak. So behind the sticks here a little bit. Bazelak and the Falcons. Bazelak going to put that throw up. Had some contact there. I don't think it was catchable, though.
I don't either, and that's probably why they didn't throw the penalty, because you can certainly make the argument, as Harold Fannin Jr. is doing right now, that, hey, man, he literally grabbed me, tackled me before I even had the football, and he being George Udo.
Well, there's no question about that. Yeah, you're right. George Udo, they call him the sniper.
And he was sniping right there.
He did right there, no doubt about it. This is 3rd and 15. Now Fannin, see him motioning across the formation. 3rd and 15. Bazelak will fire. And how did Fannin make that grab? Fannin was he was running up the seam, Gerard, and then he made that left turn to the outside with bodies all over him.
And beat the cornerback to the spot, because you're thinking to yourself, Jordan Coleman, I have a pick 6, he being a free safety, but no, Fannin Jr. continues running to the football, and in double coverage scenario, in a tight window, comes up with the football.
6 catch for Fannin now for 68 yards on the day. Big play here, 4th down and 3. Bazelak, quick out, got what they wanted, 1st down and a whole lot more. Jason Patterson made that grab, and Gerard Cherry, he came out of the backfield running free off the quick play fake.
And why was he running free? Because you have 2 to 3 defenders running with Fannin Jr. saying, okay, he's more than likely going to get the football, but he did not get it. So that's where you utilize and use him as a decoy. But good job on the part of Patterson and Bazelak of executing that play. They pick up the 1st down.
Connor Bazelak hitting close to 70% of his throws today. Back to the ground game. Terrion Stewart, oh no.
Nice
Stewart
tackle.
tried to break it outside, and absolutely not, said Miles Norwood. Norwood, the redshirt junior, played at Iowa State previously.
Well, Miles Norwood, if you keep tackling like that, we might find you at the safety position.
Yeah.
Because that was an excellent open field tackle on one of the better runners in the MAC, in Terrion Stewart.
Norwood backs up the freshman Eric McLean at one of the corners, but brings a bit of a more physical presence, as we just saw there. All right, 2nd and 11 now. Bazelak will throw that quick bubble screen, and he'll hook up with Rakeem Smith. Got Smith quickly, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 now to keep the drive alive.
And if you're Ball State, what you have to be thinking in the situational football standpoint is, do not let them get beyond the sticks. Get that pressure up front, but do not let anyone behind you or near the sticks so you can prevent a 1st down.
Harold Fannin is not on the football field for this 3rd down. Well, he might be now, because Gerard, maybe they realize, well, wait a minute, where's Fannin in this formation? Wasn't on the field on what would have been a 3rd and 6.
You certainly want him on the football field, but also too, with the formation, there was issues in alignment.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go in a situation where you're not aligned properly.
We'll be right back. 10-7 Bowling Green.
Flag and the Blue Devils take on ESPN plus equals more season.
Go to the tape. This
I settle for.
A good look at Harold Fannin Jr., one of the very best receivers. Doesn't matter what designation you want to put on him. Tight end, simply a wide receiver. He does it all. There you get a look at the route trees and the reception rates, Gerard, with those, including today.
And what you love about it is that he's all over the football field, and that he can beat you with short yardage plays as well as the intermediate and deep.
So he was not on the field, and you can't tell me that Scott Loeffler and the offensive coaches didn't notice that. He had gone out for that 2nd down play on a break and said, we're going to timeout, get him back in the football field. 3rd and 6. Not to Fannin, but depending on the spot, they picked up that 1st down. That's Jamal Johnson. Yeah, move the sticks. Johnson got to the 30-yard line, 1st down, Bowling Green.
And there's so much on this play from a formation standpoint, because you're selling the idea that, okay, we may pass it in 4, Ball State, they're not that heavy in the box, hence why they were able to pick those positive yards for Bowling Green, in that you have more blockers than you had would-be tacklers on that running play. Nice run design as well.
Made the line to gain. Previous play is under review.
Well, Greg Sujak crew.
It is pretty much being passive.
Greg Sujak, our game referee today, wants to take a look at this, which he can.
The ball placed.
So there you hear it. Bowling Green will get the offense back on the football field. And now at the 30-yard line, tough run there, Gerard, from Jamal Johnson, who backs up Terrion Stewart for Bowling Green at the running back spot.
And Paps, the left guard, did a great job of moving the pile to tell him that, to help him get that extra inch or two to pick up that first down.
So from the 30-yard line, Bowling Green, who led this one 10-0 until that Vaughn Pemberton touchdown blitz coming, and Bowling Green might have beaten it. They got it to Fanning, Harold Fanning, down to the 11-yard line. That's 19 yards, and what Gerard did, they beat that all-out blitz beautifully.
With the tight end screen on top of that, Michael, executed to damn near perfection, in that you have a situation where Fanning doesn't get the touchdown, but what does he do? He shows you his run after a catch ability, and he is one of the best in the nation at doing just that.
At 19 yards on that screen to Fanning. Bazelak keep the football, got the ball to Fanning again. Bazelak on that ball fake on the handoff, and then quickly fired the out to get it in the hands of Fanning.
And this is all about Harold Fanning on this drive, Michael. And once again, he shows you his ability to catch anything and everything, and to be effective once he catches the football.
So Connor Bazelak in this Bowling Green offense on the move now from the 10-yard line. Play fake, Bazelak looking end zone. Pressure coming, sack time. Bazelak, Gerard, he held on the football too long, and it cost him, as Ball State's Riley Tolsma with that sack time hit.
Well, one thing that we know is that Connor Bazelak trusts his protection, so much so that he didn't think or feel that someone would eventually come catch him and bring him down for the sack. But that was a good job on the part of Riley Tolsma to get there finally to Bazelak, to force a 30-and-long scenario.
Tolsma's played a good football game today. That's his second sack. Young man who is a 270-pound graduate student. Bazelak going to take a shot to the corner. Fanning had it on his hands and couldn't haul it in. Hey, that's a pretty solid play from Tylen Brown on that Ball State corner.
Yeah, Tylen Brown matched up one of the best in the business and gets his hand in there in the right perfect position, in which Fanning could not ultimately grab the football. As you see right here, last second, get your hand in there to bat the football, and that throws it off, the timing, as well as Fanning Jr.'s ability to catch the football.
A very nice defensive play by the redshirt junior corner, Tylan Baldwin. All right, this will be a 35-yard field goal. Left hash, again, plenty of leg, and splitting those sticks. Zach Long. Long is now 2 for 2 on the afternoon, after Harold Fanning, of course, did some heavy lifting on that Bowling Green drive. 3 on the board for the Falcons, courtesy of the Zach Long field goal bait. 13-7 Bowling Green.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I Astro. No, I'm switching on.
Pizza. Law.
Makes today, and they've upped this lead now to 13-7, as connecting with that big leg of his, Zach Long, a couple of times. And now, Gerard, it's time for Caden Samanza, the Ball State quarterback, to see if they can start to pick up where they left off late in that first half with his touchdown throw to Vaughn Pemberton.
That's right. The last time they were on the football fields and offense, they found success. I might add with a broken play, but you'll take it any which way you can. And really, you think about it, very fortunate Ball State right now to only be one possession away from potentially taking the lead or at least tying the game.
Yeah. So back in the deep spots for the Ball State Cardinals, it's Malcolm Gilly and Nick Munson. Munson's at the 10-yard line. Gilly is back on the goal line. Looks like another potential unreturnable. No, Gilly says, I'm coming out. Decent return, lost his footing, and oh, did he take a shot?
Yes, he did.
As Caden Samanza now, Gerard back out with his Ball State offense.
And for Samanza, what we've seen throughout the course of the day is ability to make things happen. He's finding receivers. Now, there are a couple times he let the passes get away from him, but for the most part, he's been taking what the defense gives him and picking up first downs by simply saying, you know what, you're open, I'm going to throw it to you. Now, right here, you really like what you're getting from the quarterback in that he breaks out of the pocket, finds open receiver, and Pemberton does the rest of the work, and they find themselves in the end zone with the score.
So on that return, there was a flag thrown and a hold on that Ball State return team. So that's going to back up that man. Caden Samanza had a solid first half. Threw for $143 in that late touchdown throw. Gerard said, perfectly done, buddy. Albeit broken play, but hey, still counts on the scoreboard.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. But they need a drive here. Still a one-possession game, though. As Ball State's defense held Bowling Green to that Zach Long field goal make. And now that's a false start on Ball State.
So right now you have two negative plays, one on the return and now start the offense. So you've really cost yourself 20 yards in field position, and it's hard to go 90 yards on any football team, especially Bowling Green. And Colin Johnson's not happy about the scenario, or situation rather, so you definitely have to do better to help your cause if you Ball State.
Yeah. Colin knows exactly what we're speaking of, is that they don't want to have the flags put them behind the sticks. They'll try to run power football. That first down carry to Vaughn Pemberton. Pemberton's the big back, 245-pounder out of Lake Forest, Illinois, near the city of Chicago.
Michael, on that play, you had 9 out of 11 defenders from Bowling Green on the tackle. Swarming defense.
That's called running to the football.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Loss of 4. Stay with the ground game. Well, pretty much same situation, although on the battle is Vaughn Pemberton. Pemberton got back to the near the original line of scrimmage, but again, behind the sticks. 3rd down and 11 after 2 offensive snaps netted a 1-yard loss.
Right, you like the gap control you're seeing from Bowling Green, and if you have guys having proper gap integrity, it's hard to run the football when guys don't jump to a side.
So the line to make is up at the 25-yard line. Scott Leffler, you see him right there top of your screen. Got his orange Bowling Green shoes on for the head coach.
Bowling Green, number 2.
But, you know, Gerard here early in this, midway through the 3rd quarter, but that's already the 2nd time out that Bowling Green has burnt here. We'll be right back.
Waiting for that. I was worried about my.
These strips are incredible rest.
Chase.
Better way to San.
7 is always a tight football game in the 2nd half.
No doubt about it, and Colin Johnson spoke about the idea of what closing. Playing for 4 quarters, keeping it close, but finding a way to ultimately bring home a victory. And they're striking distance right now. So if you're Colin, the new head coach the interim head coach rather, for Ball State, you have to be encouraged.
Big play here. They're 3rd and 11 here. They got behind the chains a little bit. And at their own 14-yard line for quarterback Caden Samanza. Watch to put it up. Going to throw that wheel route, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Malcolm Gilly. Gilly, the big receiver, very physical. but Bowling Green got to stop and they're going to get off the football field defensively.
And really good coverage on the outside, because as you look right here, where are you really going with the ball? Because Ja'Cory Benjamin was in excellent position on top of Gilly. So really that was going to be a circus catch and a half if you were going to complete that pass. Really would have liked him to attack more of the intermediate area and middle of the football field. Much easier throw to complete.
That's Justin Pegues back in that return spot for Bowling Green, standing at his own 45-yard line. Pegues from the 41. Pegues now in space. Needs a couple of blocks. Got a couple of blocks. Pegues inside the 5. We do have a flag that went down during the return. That probably is going to bring it back.
Unfortunately for Bowling Green, it will more than likely bring it back, because there was some holding calls. Heck, the initial catch you could have said was a holding call on the gunner. But Pegues, to his credit,
during the return, illegal block in the back. Number 21, return team. The 10-yard penalty is enforced from the spot of the foul. After enforcement, 1st and 10.
Gerard, we think they got their excellent wide receiver, Malcolm Johnson Jr., number 1.
Yes, and you see right there,
yeah.
That's holding for sure.
That's holding, yeah.
Anytime you see someone grabbing, that's certainly holding. So I was surprised they didn't throw the flag earlier. Waited for a long time for that play to develop to finally throw it. So maybe it was someone else they called.
Hey, kudos to our ESPN camera crew today. Great job, all you guys. Manning and the lenses. Excellent work there on that. You know, sometimes hard to find some of the, maybe the blocks in the back, the holds and punt returns, kickoff returns. Our camera people are all over it today. Excellent.
Like a blind dog in a meat house.
Now for the 47-yard line of Ball State, Harold Fennin has got the grab. Easy. He does. And Gerard, I think, you know, the thing you say, well, the hands. And the but you're right. I mean, it almost looks at times he just operates in slow motion, right?
I mean, you
does everything right fundamentally.
Right. You could make a false assumption that, okay, where's the energy? Where's the fire? It's just that he's just so technically sound and just excellent catch radius that he makes it look easy.
Yep. Got 6 there. Bazelak, Fanning again. Fanning broke a tackle. Harold Fanning Jr. inside the 5 and got knocked down. Touchdown, saving tackle from the freshman Will Yates. And is Fanning shaken up?
Yeah, he certainly landed awkward at the end of that fantastic catch and run. So let's hope that he's okay. Fanning shows you, I can catch the ball behind me as he's running that Bam 8. Then he just does what he does really well, Michael, which is run after the catch.
Partner, explain that, Bam 8.
It's just a quick skinny post, if you will, made famous by the Dallas Cowboys with Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin, and both those guys were awarded number 88 and 8.
Yep.
And it's called the 8 route in most receiving trees. And right there, Fanning does it almost again to perfection. But right here, we hope that he is okay, because he did land awkwardly on the tail end with his leg and how he was grabbed and also how he fell on his back.
Fanning's on his feet. And this crowd responding to that, walking under his own power right now. Does look like
headed to the locker room.
He's headed to the locker room. So we'll keep tabs on Harold Fanning Jr.
And he may, like I said,
was that catch number 9 today, partner? I think it was his 9th catch of the day.
I'm pretty sure he was flirting with over 100 yards of receiving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see him back.
Yeah. So normally for Scott Loeffler at that position, Levi Gazarek is Fanning's backup. And they've got that heavy formation on the football field right now. Bazelak is going to go to work under center. Bazelak will give it up, trying to push into the end zone. It'll depend on the spot. They're going to come up a little bit short. They ran that misdirection with the ball carrier for Bowling Green. Was that Rakeem Smith? It had to be Rakeem Smith. His jersey is pushed up a little bit. Bazelak going to try to keep the football and power into the end zone. Didn't cross that goal line. So Bazelak got put down inside the 1 as that offensive line looks to push that pile to put Bazelak in the end zone. Didn't happen on that second down snap.
No, it did not.
Did they do it again, Jay?
Well, we'll certainly see if they're going to make that attempt, but the main thing that you have to do down here for both sides of the line of scrimmage is low man generally wins. And on that last play, Michael, it's fair to say that Ball State won the battle of attrition.
Jason Patterson is that big back in that deep eye. They go to that reverse, and touchdown for Rakeem Smith. So Smith, it was the quick misdirect reverse. Smith came off the left side of the formation to extend Bowling Green's lead to 19-7.
And Smith once again shows you, though undersized, that he is willing to run within the teeth of a defense and take the punishment and pain that comes with running inside as a undersized wide receiver. Nice read on his part of once again hitting pay dirt on that play.
Scott Loeffler's got the offense still on the football field, going to go for 2 here to try to spread this lead back up to 14. 3 wide receivers, now 4 with Jamal Johnson in motion. Bazelak, Johnson, got it, or did he hold on to it long enough? Now big flags flying as Bazelak took a huge hit after he made that throw. Jamal Johnson made the grab. Gerard, just as he got inside that pylon, the football flew out.
Yeah, it certainly did, and the situation with Bazelak and Brandon Berger, and there's a question probably going to be a roughing the quarterback play called on Berger for his hit on Bazelak. But that was an excellent throw on his part, though he got hit.
The result of the play is that the 2-point conversion was good. During the play, personal foul, roughing the passer, number 13 on the defense. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
All right, here's the flags. Connor Bazelak got put down there. I don't know, Gerard. I mean, a push to be sure, but the ball's out, right?
Well, yeah, and we're talking a second or 2 after the fact. And now they're going to review the 2-point conversion, because the question becomes here, Michael.
Pylon.
Have control. Situation right there.
Yeah, he was up convinced.
Necessarily did.
Find out right now. So give the 2-point conversion catch successfully to Jamal Johnson. But it's still going to cost as Scott Loeffler. Loeffler was out near the hash marks talking to a couple of the officials before he went back to the bench. And now this is going to cost Ball State for what in essence was a late hit.
Right. That's just a late hit, but more importantly, these are the little things that you need to clean up to play a better brand of clean, complementary football. Because this has been a difference for Ball State in a lot of scenarios, in that those 1 or 2 mistakes from a field position standpoint hurt the cause.
So the lead extends to 14 now, as Bowling Green turned that into an 8-point possession to take their lead from 6 up to 14.
Right.
Huge difference.
Huge difference. And Michael, along with that, we're not seeing Harold Fannin Jr. out on the football field, so we hope that he's okay, because he was very productive on that drive.
Oh, yeah, he was. Line drive kick will hit through the back of the end zone. So now Ball State has got, this drive is extremely important.
Yes.
Well, it's only late third quarter, yes, but now you're down again by the full 2 touchdowns. plus at 14. Still a two-possession game, but Caden Samanza and this Ball State offense needs to put a drive together right here.
You certainly do, and you have not consistently had chunk plays on display today like you've had in previous games.
They're going to go with the one back off play action. Samanza in the seam should have been picked off.
And you waited too late on that one. Samanza, you have to be definitive with your decision making. He had a step on him, and he being his speedy receiver, Cam Pickett, but just that little bit of hesitation right there by Samanza allowed the defensive back to get back into play, and that being Ja'Cory Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin played that football very, very well, Jay. You played that that type of defensive secondary football extremely well during the course of your college career and in the NFL. And I like the way that Benjamin went after the football there
right.
on that previous throw.
Right, undercut the pass, got his hand on it for a PBU. It almost came out the interception.
Yeah. All right, after the second down carry from Vaughn Pemberton, third down 7 as we come inside 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. The Bowling Green touchdown and 2-point conversion moments ago extended their lead to 14. Samanza gonna throw that in route. It was broken up. Outstanding defensive play by Jordan Oladokin as Oladokin put those pads on Cam Pickett, incomplete.
Yeah, my only question is, Michael, you have an All-American and Tanner Koziel on the sideline on that key and crucial situation. Why not involve him? Why not feature him? Copy from the page book of what you're seeing with Bowling Green, and that they're putting their best pass catcher, Fannin Jr., in positions to make plays. Do the same with your guy. Nothing wrong with featuring him, in my opinion.
So trying to hang that high and punting the football away for Ball State. Brian Cooey and that fair catch from Bowling Green. Now Harold Fannin making this big grab, and they yak the yards after the catch, Gerard. But this is where he went down and injured. We haven't seen him back on the football field since.
Yeah, we hope that he's okay because he was so pivotal. He's so special. But you see Smith right there finally getting in the end zone, and then you have a touchdown on the part of Jamal. Well, a 2-point conversion, that is, for Jamal Johnson, connected with his quarterback, Connor Bazelak.
On his first out call for Bowling Green, they'll go with their main running back. That's Terrion Stewart. So right now, Harold Fanning Jr. not only not on the field as with his offensive teammates, but not on the Bowling Green sideline as well. 9 catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown for his day's work to this point.
To this point, and we hope he can come back because there's still another 30 seconds rather of football left.
Second down and 5 now for Connor Bazelak. He'll fire the quick out. Oh, good move. Outstanding move. Coming free. Heading to the house. Raheem Smith. No flags. Well, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is one. Flag thrown near the line of scrimmage. And is that going to take back what would it be a Raheem Smith touchdown? Bowling Green O-linemen think it's on Ball State, partner.
Appears to be a personal foul on Ball State.
Well, we will wait to hear from our game referee, Greg Sujak. The Bowling Green sideline saying touchdown.
Number 21, the defense. The score counts. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Gerard, how about 5'9", 175-pound wideout from Baltimore, Maryland, Raheem Smith.
Yeah, we've seen Raheem on several occasions now, and to his credit, he always finds a way to show up and show out, be it running the football and also catching him. Call him Mini Harold Fannin Jr. because he's a special athlete as well, and that was a very impressive running catch on his part.
Gerard, he started his career at HBCU, Delaware State, before Scott Loeffler got him to join.
That's a heck of a find.
Yeah, the Bowling Green Falcons. Rakeem Smith, the touchdown maker. Adding the PAT is Zach Long, and take a look at Rakeem Smith.
Right, and what you have to do with a guy like Rakeem Smith is that you cannot come out of control as a tackler towards him. You have to make sure that you are set. And right there, Tylen Baldwin just made the wrong tackling technique. You can't come at him full speed. Right here, break down. Then live to play another down, but also make sure you come from the outside in, not inside out, forcing them back into your would-be defenders that are coming to rally to the football. But all this being said and done, it comes back to Smith and his ability to simply put on the afterburners and take off and not get caught.
Young secondary players, did you just hear my partner? The outstanding long-time NFL secondary player. Break down.
Break down.
Well, break down if you're going to make the hit.
Have some leverage with you, because if you don't have it, bad things will happen.
Bowling Green has now opened this up to a 21-point advantage here late third quarter.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to cost. That's going to cost Bowling Green. Oh, about neighborhood of 15 yards there. That football will be spotted on the 35-yard line. And, well, Gerard, I'm not really sure what Zach Long was looking to accomplish there.
He didn't get any penalties on. You didn't get any yardage on that play, so I don't get it either, to be honest with you. Because previously when you made that kick, what did you have going for you? Your ball was spotted at the
Kickoff
50-yard
out of
line.
bounds. The penalty is 30 yards from the spot of the kick. The ball will be placed at the 20-yard line.
All right, so they're going to put it at the 20. And, you know, I'm not sure what the genesis of that call was to move it back to the 20.
Yeah, that's the part I don't find.
Be all that as it may, you see the total yards here, and Ball State looking to put a drive together. It'll start with a first down carry that just gets swarmed on, as the Cardinals' T.J. Horton just had no room. Gerard, too, I think this Bowling Green front seven, they're doing a number on the Ball State offensive line today.
They are, and you're seeing from this Bowling Green defense, guys shedding blocks and making tackles.
Now bounce it outside the numbers and lowering his pads. That should be a first down, as a strong run from T.J. Horton.
And T.J. Horton seems to bring another dynamic to this running game, Michael, because on those two plays, one was for a loss and one was for a positive gain. I am seeing some explosiveness.
90 seconds left, third quarter. Samanza stepping up, just nowhere to go. Caden Samanza got taken down from the backside by that Bowling Green front. That was Jordan Porter. There's Porter on the hit. Big 270-pound senior, played a very strong program, Muskegon, Michigan. And with that solo stop there, as we come inside, 60 seconds left in this third quarter. Ball State finds himself trailing by 3 touchdowns. Pressure on Samanza, sack time, down he goes. Boy, we've seen it a couple of times today. Joseph Sipp Jr., Gerard, he steps into creases from his linebacking spot wonderfully well.
And another fine job on the part of Sipp Jr. of delaying on the blitz, allowing everything to open up, and then like a running back, running through the hole, or gap if you will, and making the sack.
Third and long. I mean real long. 3rd and 19 for that man, Caden Samanza, the excellent redshirt freshman quarterback of Ball State. Look out. All kinds of trouble as Bowling Green just continues their onslaught. That time on the hit and sack is Chase Davis, a 275-pound senior, played at Los Angeles JC before he came to Bowling Green. All Falcons right now. They're going to get the football back. Harold Fenton has been big. We'll see if he returns. 28-7 Bowling Green.
I'm gonna. It's a 16 Pro without new unlocked. Try
infection. Stroke occurred. See, have an infection.
By the quarter through 45 minutes of football. Bowling Green, that big 18-point third quarter. They've opened up this 28-7 lead. They probably are looking to get excellent field position here as well as we start the fourth after a couple of big sacks from that Bowling Green front seven.
Right, Bowling Green front seven have really stepped things up and making it extremely difficult for Caden Somoza to pass the football.
So out of the end zone to punt this one away, Brian Cooey, look out. I don't know if Bowling Green got a piece of that. They might have. The football will come to rest at the 46-yard line. But Bowling Green had the big-time rush off the corner. We take a look at it. Regardless, the Falcons in great shape with a 28-7 lead.
Fun fact. The person with McDonald's is always the most popular kid in school.
Dan, action rate fan.
Maybe.
And they
The love. Central Michigan got a big rivalry win over Western Michigan by 2. Miami beat Northern Illinois, and of course Buffalo beat Eastern Michigan, and the big one, Ohio, with a 24-7 win over the Toledo Rockets. So Miami at 6-1, Ohio at 6-1, and Bowling Green looking to go to 6-1 as you see the top 3 in the Mid-American Conference standings. Back to live action here. Bowling Green will start with the ground game. A strong first down carry. And as you see, Gerard, that's a real good sign. Harold Fanning Jr. back on the football field on the Bowling Green sideline and with his helmet in his hand.
Right, so that lets us know that if he's needed, he can be utilized.
Go back in the football game.
That's right.
There you go.
Nice spin move by Jason Patterson on that play, too.
Jason Patterson doing a nice job. He got 7 there. Bazelak's throw. He short-hopped it as he was trying to find a wide receiver, Raheem Smith, the touchdown maker.
Yeah, Raheem has certainly made his presence felt today. That he's run the football for a score, and he's caught the football for a 66-yard scamper.
In that type of throw, and Rodgers, Bazelak have to just hold that another beat before he turns that loose.
I agree with you, Michael, in that that's on the short side of the field as well, so you really don't have to put that into it.
All right, 3rd and 3, Bazelak going to get out of the pocket and throw the football away.
Yeah, great coverage right there by Ball State. Nowhere to go with the football, and the receivers for Bowling Green have to do a better job of getting uncovered.
Was intended for Jacob Harris, now from the 39-yard line. This would be a 56-yard field goal attempt. So Scott Leffler is going to get tight end Levi Gazarek on the football field. 4th down and 3. The line to make is the 36. And Gerard Cherry, Scott Leffler said, we're looking to move the sticks with our offense to keep the drive alive.
Right, the beauty is they can run and pass efficiently to pick up this first down.
Bazelak to put it up. That throw is incomplete.
Yeah, you're going to call that one.
And a flag is going to fly. Malcolm Johnson, the intended receiver, and maybe a little bit too handsy from Thylan Baldwin, who wears number
Pass
12.
Interference defense, number 12. Ball would be placed at the spot of the foul. First and 10.
And Bowling Green is running the rub route, which you have two receivers next to each other with the hope that one can create some type of confusion in the secondary. But if you don't turn your back around, Thylan, they're going to throw the penalty on you.
Yeah, which they did. So this drive stays alive. So Connor Bazelak in the offense now back at the football field. Bazelak joined there, and Bazelak will fire another in route. That was intended for Malcolm Johnson Jr. Bring up second down at 10.
Yeah, and that was a very dangerous pass because you have a situation where he's bracketed Malcolm Johnson Jr., and you don't want to throw in a situation where there's a bracket on a receiver, especially inside the football field.
Jason Patterson at the top of your screen. And now motion from Raheem Smith. Ground game on the carry, Jason Patterson. And let's call it 4 for Patterson.
And also too, Michael, for Bowling Green, now we're assuming that Harold Fan Jr. is going to be okay.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But the main thing right now is you want to put on tape for Miami, who you'll see next week, that you can operate efficiently and give them something to think about with Fannin Jr. not on the football field.
The day after Thanksgiving, huh? 1 week from yesterday, the Miami Redhawks come into Deutsch Perry Stadium. That'll be fun. Work to do, though, here for Bowling Green. Not much there on that third down carry. And the football is going to be spotted at the 37-yard line. Jason Patterson got stood up immediately. Scott Leffler said, field goal unit, let's go. He's going to look for a 48-yard connection, Gerard Cherry, for his field goal kicker, Zach Long. Out of the hold of Travis Kenner from 48 yards. Got a lot of leg. He hit it. Oh, Zach Long is really developing into a tremendously accurate, proficient field goal maker. It adds to Bowling Green's lead. 31-27. Zach Long again splits the uprights.
Did you see that?
On 64 line.
For mine.
I'll give your doctor.
Michelle on
Number 12.
Long. Bowling Green has pushed that lead now up to 31-7 here. Early stages of quarter number 4. Here's what's coming up next week on the MACtion calendar. Toledo goes to Akron. Kent State at Buffalo. I'll be there for that one. And then on Friday, you got Ball State going to Ohio. Miami, Ohio, Bowling Green. Gerard is the big one here on the ESPN family of networks. And then next Saturday, another battle of the Wolverine State, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan. Central Michigan goes to Northern Illinois. Miami at Bowling Green on ESPNU. Next Friday looks right now to be the one that's going to have major significance to it.
You're being very gracious because right now it looks like that's a sure thing to happen as far as implications of the MAC championship and who will be involved.
Malcolm Gilly on that return as he went airborne. So this is a long road ahead for the Ball State Cardinals if they're looking to get back into this one. You know, they got that touchdown throw from their quarterback, Caden Samanza, to Vaughn Pemberton to bring it to 10-7 late in the second quarter. But Gerard, since then, they've been outscored 21-0.
Right, and we alluded to it, Michael. It was a broken play. And broken plays don't necessarily mean great offense is being played. But to their credit, they did score on it But ultimately, what you want to see is a methodical, up and down, moving the football around to different players type of approach. And we have certainly seen that out of Bowling Green and not Ball State today.
Yeah,
offensive side of the ball.
I hear you, partner. Yeah, T.J. Horton with that first down carry. As well, Ball State trying to establish the ground game, and quite honestly, they just haven't been able to do it all day long. Horton again on his second straight carry, and he got met and taken down as that hit came by Chase Davis, one of the backup defensive ends.
Yeah, different parties are now getting involved, and Bowling Green is essentially going with primarily their second defensive unit, a mixture that is. They have some starters still in there, but for primarily it's a lot of guys that are backups getting some valuable playing time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 3rd and 10. So Monza going to come middle. Broken up. Well, that's the first time in a while, Gerard. Caden Samanza has tried to find Tanner Koziel, and it got broken up.
Yeah, and I don't get it, Michael. I would feature him every chance I can in every drive in which you have the opportunity to pass to him, because he's such a weapon, and it definitely was not utilized enough today.
Caught 11 for 95 yards and a touchdown last week in the loss at Buffalo.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 24 is first. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed. After enforcement, Ball State keeps the ball 1st and 10.
Scott Leffler not going to like that. That's one of the backups, Justin Eklund, who's been getting more reps, transfer out of San Jose State, one of the backup outside linebackers. Keeps the drive alive for Ball State and turns the down box over. 1st down now for Caden Samanza in the offense. Samanza on that half roll. Samanza put it on the hands of Braden Sloan. Sloan, who has been limited today, Gerard, by that ankle injury. We haven't seen him a lot.
Yeah, we really haven't seen many of guys in this running game, to be honest with you, Michael, as far as their level of use.
Samanza connecting on the quick throw to Cam Pickett. That's Jordan Oladokin, one of the excellent corners in the Mid-American Conference, on the stop.
Jordan has certainly become one of those shutdown corners in the MAC, and just has a knack for making a timely play.
Yes, he does. Back to the ground game. They got it blocked well for Braden Sloan, and Sloan will move the sticks, picking up that 1st down. Excellent job by the left side of that Ball State offensive line. Chris Hood, the left tackle, and John Mucciola, the left guard.
Yeah, the blocking was sensational right there. It's just you need more of those type of blocks and runs. They may be a little too late.
That run play from Braden Sloan is going to get taken down for a loss, as in on that hit for Bowling Green. So that linebacking core, such a good linebacking core. Joseph Sipp and Brock Horn, those inside backers, and Charles Rosser and A.V. McGarry, who play outside.
Yeah, we talk so much about the exploits of the offense with Harold Fan Jr., Bazelak and company, but not enough credit is given to this defensive unit, because when you think about it, they've held this Ball State offense only 7 points.
That quick throw, that bubble screen put in the hands of,
so far,
yeah, that wide receiver Cam Pickett. So when Samanza has gotten the throws out quickly today, Gerard, it's been Ball State's most productive offense in the pass game.
Yeah, when he's decisive with his decision making, good things have happened. Now here's where I say, Michael, we've been calling for this and asking for this to a large degree. Let's see your star tight end, and not Harold Fan Jr., but Koziel get involved.
Off the play fake, gonna throw end zone. There's a flag that came out. It's going to be a defensive pass interference or a hold. That's going to be called on Bowling Green's Todd Bumpus. Here's a look at Bumpus, the senior out of
Pass
Toledo.
interference, defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st and 10.
And obviously the college game is not as detrimental having that PI call on you, especially if it's going to take place on the 1-yard line because it'll be the spot of the foul. But in college, it's just 15 yards. But yes, it's clearly pass interference. You have your arm draped around the receiver, and you're mistiming the throw as well. So that's certainly going to give the officials reason to throw that yellow flag.
Yeah, Bumpus got too much of a hook on Cam Pickett. So the football now moves to the 13-yard line. And does Colin Johnson want to get a Ball State timeout? I think so.
Timeout. Ball State, number 1.
The interim head coach, who we've heard from here during the course of this one today, Colin Johnson. Will be right back to Muncie, Indiana.
Okay, so we're at the film festival, middle of Park City. The doors open, and bang, Sapphire Reserve premiere party. These trips are the best. At Art Week, we had our own private viewing. At Race Week, the lounge was right next to the pit. We were there in Paris, exclusive events at incredible restaurants. Nights at the Sapphire Lounge on the Seine, heaven.
Experience the world as an insider, from exclusive lounges to immersive dining experiences, all at Chase Sapphire Reserve.
This season, share the merry with a holiday favorite. Legends of Evergreen Hill. Only on the new Chick-fil-A Play app.
You're important to this work, Sam.
Uh-oh, they're trapped. Sam saves the day.
It's really good.
Yeah, give me some. What better way to sandwich in some together time with the whole family? Watch the Legends of Evergreen Hills together on the new Chick-fil-A Play app. Real guests paid for their testimonials. Can we start it again?
Hey, the one's like now.
Terrific job, as they always do, out of our ESPN production truck here in Muncie. As you take a look at this Ball State defense, and specifically this front 7, Gerard, D lineman linebackers, Anthony Hawkins there. But 8:36 left, trying to keep Caden Samanza out of the end zone. Samanza will fire end zone. And it is caught. That's an outstanding grab by Keon Magwood. He made a terrific leaping grab at the back line of the end zone, trying to give Ball State a glimmer of hope.
We call that a glimmer for sure, but difficulty of the catch was extremely high. And to his credit, Michael, he kept his concentration and ultimately comes down with the football. But yes, that does keep hope alive to a degree. But this is what you call a circus catch, and he had the wherewithal to keep his feet in bounds.
That's his 4th touchdown catch of the year. Keon Magwood, the junior. Young man from the state of Ohio, now going to go for 2. Samanza not going to get a throw off as he got taken down once again. As that Bowling Green linebacking crew led by Brock Horn got after Samanza there. Take a look at his catch though from Magwood, Gerard, back of the end zone.
He catches it twice, but most importantly, he caught it. Because right here initially, it goes through his arms, but he stays with the football, concentrates, and finds a way to get both feet down, Michael, to come up with the 6 points for the score.
So Ball State now cuts their deficit from 24 points down to 18. Well, not able to convert that 2-point conversion, but there's a good look at the touchdown receiver, Keon Magwood. Young man who has played a little bit of everywhere on the Ball State offense, played a little bit of defense during his Cardinal career.
Certainly. Hey, more you can do, the better are you. Onside kick territory yet?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that, partner. I mean, there's still 8.5 minutes left, but it's still a 3-possession game. Bowling Green on that return, as that is Raheem Smith. Did we get another flag flying?
And I'm thinking face mask.
Yeah.
That's not what you need is a defensive penalty.
Got a little chippy, hadn't it, partner?
It has gotten that way, but you got to keep your composure.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 40, kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st and 10.
Riley Tolzma, we've talked a lot about him today, but for Riley, you have to keep your hands in check. You're nice to square up, but right here, get your hand off the face mask. That's not going to help the cause. You're just giving a football team that's been doing very well, excellent field position.
With 8:21 left now, this lead is at 18 points, and Bowling Green going to look to rejuvenate the ground game and bounce off a tackle and head it outside. Oh, there was some punishment laid on Jason Patterson there.
And Joey Stemler says, you know what? I come to bring the pain, as they both headbutted each other, but we could tell who got the best of that shot. And it certainly was Stemler as opposed to
well, let's check that. It was Pegues, yeah.
Pegues, yes.
Pegues wears 20. Patterson wears 28. So, yeah, it was Justin Pegues on that carry.
Yeah, but Pegues, he invited it. He said, hey, let's see what we have made of.
Stemler put a shot on him, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Knocked him in next week.
Got 3, 2nd and 7. And Bazelak was
quarterback change.
Well, let's check that. Lucian Anderson
ball start
on the football field.
Number 70, offense. 5-yard penalty remains 2nd down.
You can't say this enough, Michael. Alex Harris, you get an opportunity. Give the coaches a reason to want to keep playing you.
Yep.
Do not have pre-snap penalties.
Freshman out of Rhodes High School in the city of Cleveland, Alex Harris. But let's tell you about backup quarterback Lucian Anderson. He's a redshirt freshman from the state of Georgia. Has played just a touch this season. Now off that play fake, he's going to keep the football, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long as Anderson got taken down from behind as that hit came from Ball State's Brandon Berger.
Yeah, and Lucian was in no man's land on that option play because you have a defender literally in the backfield next to you as you go through your fake progressions. Nowhere to go with it, so good job on his part not turning the football over and holding on to it.
So Scott Leffler giving Lucian Anderson some playing time.
Oh, man.
Anderson tried to lower his pads there, and he got rocked at the 41-yard line. Punt team coming out for Bowling Green as we come inside 6:45 left. That's a straight quarterback run there.
Yeah, that's a straight quarterback run, and that's a straight-up hit. And one of the things you can say about Ball State, though it's not reflected in the score, they are certainly playing with passion and conviction because they have not turned down a notch at all when it comes to making tackles.
Yeah, and I think that's a big positive for their interim head coach, Colin Johnson.
Yeah, that's something you definitely can take your hat off to because they could have easily quit with the score being the way it is, but these guys are getting after it like they have plenty of season and reasons to play.
They're continuing to play. They got to go to a real strong Ohio Bobcat squad in Athens next week.
Oh.
Boy, no fair catch there from Nick Munson, and he took a pretty good shot paying for that at the 18-yard line. Watch this.
Yeah, Nick Munson says, you know what? I'm willing to take a chance, and that chance was taken, and he paid for it.
Yeah, he took the chance all right, and special team cornerback Kal-El Pascal put the big shot on him. So Caden Samanza going to start this Ball State drive from his own 18-yard line with 6 minutes left. Did he finally say hello to Tanner Koziel once again? It's been a long time in between.
Have not seen enough of that today, Michael. And I would love to know the reason why.
Simple pitch catch there, got 8. Samanza's throw got batted down as putting that big left arm up from that Bowling Green defensive end spot was Chase Davis.
And Chase does what you're once again supposed to do. If you can't get to the quarterback, figure out another way to be effective. And that's becoming Karch Karai. For those who don't know, that's a volleyball player
Yeah, I
from
was
the
going to
80s.
say, yeah, explain that one. Kurtz Gerard, that's a while back, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Look at Gerard bring out beach volleyball stuff from the 80s. Ball State just hasn't significantly gotten the run game as productive as they were looking for today. As that carry before Braden Sloan got knocked down, and this is 4th down, and Ball State's going to turn the football over on downs. That throw was put on Cam Pickett. 4th down and long, Gerard, and he wasn't able to pull that in.
And Cam did what a lot of receivers often do from a mistake standpoint, and that is start running and thinking before you even catch the football. Catch it, secure it, then go. And he's going to want that one back, but it's a learning experience for him. He's a redshirt sophomore, so he'll have an opportunity as his career continues in collegiate football to learn from his mistakes.
A lot of 2s and 3s on the football field again for this Bowling Green offense. This is Lucian Anderson III, young man from Athens, Georgia, the quarterback. Ground game for Bowling Green, and that carry, Justin Pegues.
Justin Pegues on the carry.
Pegues got 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 6.
And I got a feeling you're going to see a lot of Pegues in the remaining minutes of this game.
Scott Loeffler.
2nd down.
His Bowling Green Falcons look to be well on their way to winning their 5th in a row and going to 7-1 and 6-1 in the MAC play. As again a carry for Justin Pegues.
And Michael, coming in this game, one of the things that I concerned myself with as I evaluated what was taking place with Bowling Green as well as Ball State is that for Bowling Green, this could have been a trap game. This could have been a game in which you're saying, okay, we got Miami, who we're battling for preeminence in the MAC the following week. We're going against a team that just lost his longtime head coach in Mike New in Ball State. They're a bit beleaguered. They've lost some close games, so we don't have to come out here and play our A game. We'll look past this. But to their credit, it's been spotty at times, but the scoreboard reflects that Bowling Green certainly came today with understanding that, hey, we have to play at a higher level and take care of business 1 week, 1 game at a time.
Absolutely. The backup quarterback, Lucian Anderson III. Again, that's a straight quarterback run out of the gun, and Anderson will move the sticks just outside the 10. And they're going to spot it right at the 10, so this is now, it's 1st and goal now.
Right, you're seeing plays out of the Pop Warner playbook right now. Just straight ahead, right to the quarterback and run full speed ahead.
Well, that's the forte of Lucian Anderson. Now back to the ground game. That's Justin Pegues, and Pegues got belted.
They are physical out there. I give Ball State credit,
they're playing
man.
hard.
Yes, they are.
You just said it. Jordan Coleman, the free safety. That's Coleman there, wears number 4. That is a secure one-on-one hit and takedown.
Yes, it was. So Coleman. And Coach Johnson talked about this. What are you putting on tape? What are you putting on film?
Yep.
The game, and this is the type of things I want to see. Okay, the ball game's over with, but who's still playing hard? Who's still giving max effort and doing their best? Those are the type of guys you want to build and keep on your program.
The quarterback, Lucian Anderson III. How do you feel about, this Scott Loeffler saying, you know what? And he's been playing a lot of the 2s and even some 3s here when that lead stretched up to 24-7 and get outstanding dividends being paid from it.
Right, and simply put, as we know very well, Michael, we've seen enough football. The games are won in the trenches, and right now, that push for the offensive line has just been incredible for Bowling Green, and that there has been really no answer on the part of Ball State against what they're doing in that offensive front for Bowling Green.
All right, this is 3rd down and goal. Again, straight quarterback keep. Anderson, trying to use that speed, but he got taken down again. That's another excellent one-on-one tackle by Tylen Baldwin off his corner for Ball State. All right, just inside of 2 minutes left Bowling Green leads it by 18. Ball State ball.
My truck wears Coopers because we prom.
Where you get away.
Or sleep during the Tempur-Pedic.
I used to think I couldn't.
Class.
So this streaming
offense.
No doubt about it, Michael. And Harold has shown you his ability to catch the short, the intermediate, as well as the deep, and also run the football at times as well. And you see with that middle screen and the hurdle over the would-be tackler. It's been the Harold Fannin show. And right there is an excellent job of showing how you pinpoint the ball with accuracy to come down for the score. And right here, Harold Fannin is on his way to the house, but then he finds himself hopefully doing much better because he was injured on the play.
And as we come back live, the Bowling Green Falcons have found the end zone again. Rakeem Smith. All right, let's take a look at that. We apologize for not seeing it on the snap, but that's what evolved as Rakeem Smith, Gerard, caught that touchdown throw from the backup QB, Lucian Anderson III.
Yeah, Rakeem Smith is giving the Miami Redhawks something to think about for next week because he's been sensational today as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, that is his third score on the day.
Yeah, and Bowling Green now has really put a cap on this road game, what's going to be a strong win as Zach Long makes the PAT. But Gerard, again, in 6 days from now, next Friday, they're going to play a winner means everything game against Chuck Martin and his very strong Miami Redhawks in Deutsch Perry Stadium. And, listen, no divisions anymore in the match.
Right.
Yeah, it could wind up that regardless, given, of course, other things happening, they could not only play next week in the season finale, but possibly play in the MAC championship game.
Yeah, that's a possibility, but that would all count on what? Ball State rallying to the cause and beating Ohio next week.
Well, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but with that being said, though, an excellent football game. A lot is going to be on the lines for that, as well as what particular bowl you may want to go to based upon the outcome of this game, but more importantly, getting to that MAC championship.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. You'll see it here on the ESPN family of networks. That's again next Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Miami comes into Deutsch Perry Stadium in Bowling Green. Should be a terrific matchup. Strong Ball State kickoff return. Malcolm Gilly. It's his third return of the day. That's a strong one into Bowling Green territory.
And you can tell once he caught this ball that he meant business, because right here he puts the Jets on and he runs with conviction and says, I'm going to get down this sideline boundary area and pick up some positive yards. And I appreciate this, Michael. The game is out of reach.
Yeah. Well,
but these guys aren't playing like that. That's these guys being Ball State. A lot of teams, a lot of players at this point would say, you know what? I'm not taking any chances. I got my health to think about. It's cold outside. We're getting beat down. But they're not playing like that. You appreciate the effort.
Yeah, good signs for this entire program. If you weren't with us at the top of the show, their 9-year head football coach, Mike New, the former All-MAC quarterback here at his alma mater, Ball State, was relieved of his duties earlier this week. And this Ball State program had to quickly rebound from that and get ready to go for the interim head coach, Colin Johnson. Tanner Koziel on that catch there before stepping out of bounds.
We're starting to see him feature, but it's a little too late, in my opinion, Michael.
Again, we saw him on the first drive of the football game, and then there was that just huge chasm until here on the last possession. Are we playing basketball now? As Vaughn Pemberton put that football on the ground, Gerard, it bounced right back to him.
Yeah, Vaughn must be living right because it bounces clearly out of his hands. But look at this, the bounce right back to him as if he planned it.
Going quickly again. Now this is Pemberton on that quick catch, as Caden Samanza used the middle of the football field to hit him. We are inside 60 seconds left now.
Down by 25 and still playing with a sense of urgency. Nice.
Only way to play. Koziel made that grab in traffic as Samanza drilled the football into a tight window. That'll stop the clock at 46 seconds left. And, you know, Ball State looking to get in the end zone one more time.
And I don't want to sound like a broken record or break a window. But that was probably there all day today, Michael.
They just went away from it, Gerard.
Yeah.
They went away from it.
Yeah. Don't understand why.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know.
So now they'll look to get in the end zone yet one final time, will the Ball State offense. But yeah, I mean, you know, we build this as the
battle of the tight ends.
Start the show today.
Yeah.
Tanner Koziel, exceptional tight end. Harold Fannin, exceptional tight end. And you know, Ball State, quite frankly, did not look to get Koziel heavily involved today,
which is very intriguing. Why not?
46 seconds left. Let's see if Samanza looks for him here. Corner of the end zone.
Oh, what a grab. Oh, he drops it though.
Had it in his hands, did wide receiver
11.
You know, pop Ball State squad, and you know, who are playing for a whole lot, trying to be a part of the MAC championship game. Now, whistles, flags, stop that.
There's no foul. The tackle was reacting to the ready for play whistle. Reset everything.
Hey, man, he's ready to go.
Please set the game clock to 41 seconds. Thank you.
Well, look, there was nothing penalty-wise being done. All right, be that as it may. Samanza will step up. Gonna fire end zone. He was looking for Tanner Koziel by that pylon in the back left corner. And Koziel ran out of room. Gerard Cherry, tight ends today.
Yeah, it's certainly been all about Fannin Jr. as he was featured way more and was much more dynamic. But in Tanner's defense, just didn't have the opportunities. If you put the target sheet up there, you see it was much less than what Fannin Jr. got today. But Fannin Jr., he was excellent, and hope he's okay because he did leave off the football field at one point in the second half due to an injury.
Well, Tanner Koziel is going to play in the NFL, just as Harold Fannin is. Both of them will. Both highly thought of by NFL teams and their personnel. Samanza, he was looking for Koziel, who was being doubled up on.
They got the memo that time, huh?
And this now is going to turn the down box to fourth down.
Yeah, put him out wide. That being Koziel. Let Tanner isolate on the
Coach
receiver.
him up, Gerard.
Yeah.
Coach him up, baby.
Up there, put him out wide. Let him get a fade route. He is 6'7", Michael.
Yeah, I hear you.
Throw it up.
Well, look, you know, Colin Johnson was in our conversation this week. He was very effusive in his praise for Tanner Koziel, and he's right. Why not? Now that out route, incomplete, intended for Cam Pickett.
Turnover.
And that is going to turn the football over on downs. And that is going to end the day for Caden Samanza and his Ball State offense.
And I got a feeling a kneel will take place.
Yeah. Well, not what Ball State was looking for today, Gerard, in their final home football game here at Schubert Stadium. But, you know, you're playing against, again, as we said, one of the I thought it's going to be win number 5 in a row for Scott Loeffler and his Bowling Green Falcons. And they are the hottest team in the Mid-American Conference.
That they are. And start off fast, got a little out of sync in between quarters, but ultimately, fourth quarter, second half, they certainly turned things on and got the job done. And now they go into next week saying to themselves, we have an even bigger game at stake because you're playing against the Miami Redhawks, and the implications are a MAC championship on the line.
Good look at Harold Fannin there, who didn't play in the fourth quarter. You saw his numbers a moment ago. Scott Loeffler just exchanged good jobs with interim head coach Colin Johnson. And it's all in the books as a 38-13 Bowling Green Falcons win. They're now 7-4 on the year. And how about the work today by wideout Raheem Smith, Gerard Jerry?
That's right. He made his presence felt. He ran the ball effectively. He caught the ball effectively. He was a big play receiver in his own route and right. It just shows you here. All right, if you're going to come out of control with me in the boundary, I'm going to make you pay. And he certainly did that as he scores 6 points for the touchdown. But he wasn't done there.
4 receptions, 81 yards, Gerard, couple of touchdowns.
That's right.
Also had the rushing touchdown as well, as really stuffing the stat sheet, right?
That he did.
Yeah,
and he'll give Miami something to think about. You have to now worry about 2 guys, Michael. Smith as well as Fannin Jr.
A good look. Harold Fannin, after he got injured, we knew he wasn't going to come back on the football field, but good. He carried his helmet during the entire fourth quarter. Signifying
that means something.
If they need me, I can.
Exactly.
Scott Loeffler thought better of that with the 2-3 touchdown lead for the duration of the day. But sets up a big final one for the Bowling Green Falcons after their 5th straight win, 38-13 over Ball State. Partner, great job.
Yes, sir.
And we got one more to go next week. So Bowling Green comes on the road and behind Harold Fannin for 3 quarters anyway. Got it done with a 38-13 win over Ball State. For our producer, Gene Winters, director John Staley, all of the ESPN crew, my partner, Gerard Cherry, I'm Michael Regai.